ice cream from under side of my nuts. Because this party is for him, not for him. And if Robert wants to be roasted, he's welcome to come up here. I got lots of material for that. You guys have met the tater. Don't be fooled, that mustache comes off every night. It comes off every night. Anyways, that's not how I wanted to start this. I wanted to start this by thanking Peter and Victoria for leaving some meat on the bone. Because quite frankly, I am going to pick it clean. And secondly, I want to introduce all of you to Tiffany. I bet most of you have never met her. He is married. She doesn't have a valve where he has to blow her up. Because every event I've ever gone to, Tiffany's flying to Montreal. Tiffany's going to Edmonton. Tiffany's going here. The minute she knows there's going to be an event, she calls Air Canada. That's what she does. And I'm going to tell you right now, who here, put up your hands from Port Colborne and Dunnville, or somewhere, like Effingham, anywhere. You, right over here. There's not going to be pictures today, so you're going to have to listen to the words. All right? It's going to be tough. We're going to use lots of like this and that, the other thing, but you should be able to follow. Right? We'll talk slow, we'll make all the words, nice and easy for you. Anyways, everybody, first, I want to welcome you here to this event. We were going to have Mike's brother Paul do IDs at the door. Right? Robert objected. Right? Something about having your entire life savings stripped out of your bank account was a bit of a problem. Tom, you were the target. We didn't get there. We didn't invite Tom. We had Mike do it instead. Right? I look around this room and I'm thinking, holy cow, I'm in deep shit. Am I going to apologize first to his wife, to his girls, to his in-laws, to his co-workers, or just all of you in general? And quite frankly, if you have a complaint, write it on a piece of paper and shove it up your ass. I really don't care. And today, I really don't care. My name is Dave Kissel. I don't know if you know that. And I have been in this man's life for a lot of his years. He and I actually shared our first kiss. And we talked about it. Do we kiss or sword fight? We picked a kiss, all right. Just so you know, it would have been a pretty disappointing sword fight. But anybody out there, all you ladies, you guys have a fur coat? We've got the buttons. All right, we got to really stretch this entire event back to when we met, and that's about grade 3. So Terry and I got there traditional way. Kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Gally got there the other way. Let's get to grade 4 and fucking fail. He moved back, we moved forward through the grades, he moved backwards through them. All right? But when your best subject's recess and eating, right, chances are you're going to get held back. And we're sort of thankful for that, right, Terry? Where's Terry? Terry is. We're pretty thankful for that. And actually, Terry and I had been friends, and actually Terry and Gally had known each other longer through nursery school and beyond, and we always wanted a short, stocky friend. When you grow up, right, you want a short, stocky, fat friend to play with, right? It makes you look better. On the monkey bars, you're just better on them than the short, fat, stocky friend. And boy, did we get one. And Tiffany proposed, she said, you know what, we're going to host a roast for him. And I said to her, what are the limits? And she said, no limits. And this is the point where I say, you're fucked. I mean, honestly, no limits. I mean, that's the same thing the doctor said when you were born. Right? He wasn't sure if he was delivering a silverback gorilla or a baby boy. They did. They immediately asked this man, is he going to a zoo? I mean, North Bay had just done the Dion quintuplets, and Welland was going to get, like, Gorilla Boy. And here he is. Like, can you imagine once that head comes out of his mother's vagina? You know, most times you expect neck. And the next thing that comes out are shoulders, right? A big chest and a big set of legs, tree trunks. I mean, his dick was in the cupboard with his neck because he didn't get one of those either. Right? Your poor mother, she did not walk again, right, for a week, right? And you did love, she actually, can you imagine that coming out of those loins? But you always said, I love my mother loins. Pork loin, tenderloin, right? Cooked, medium rare, hey guts, that's what you liked, right? And right from the birth canal, you're eating solid food. You're walking on all fours and you teethed on the tires from the family car. You were a big boy. And you know what? And like all parents, we had hopes, right? His parents had hopes. My God, can you please just grow a neck? That's all we thought, right? Can this boy just grow a neck? You know what? And they wished and they wished. And if you look around this room, I'll tell you, it's not hard to find out who he is genetically related to, right? Yeah, you know, look around. Have all the cousins stand up, right? If you look up the genus Swirsky, you're going to find a lot of people with no necks, right? I mean, God is responsible for a lot of things, right? When he's putting these motherfuckers together, he goes to his bag of parts, right? He pulls out the full round head, click, right? He finds a big set of shoulders, click. He attaches it to strong, sturdy legs, you know, hands leathered like a bear's paw. And then he says, shit, I forgot the goddamn neck. You know, he does a little shrug, right? He says, let's just build these ones for lifting. I know, like seriously, you look around, you can only hope for future generations. I mean, Wes, Jamie, Stephen, Rick. I know you guys, it looks like you're evolving, but you know, maybe your kids will be able to actually button up a shirt. Right? We can only have hope, man. We can only have hope. And hair. Holy cow. This man has hair. I mean, it's on everywhere except his head. And like Victoria said, this man absolutely has always been one to manscape. And it's not an easy job when you have hair. I gotta read this, right? I've only read it 100 times, coming out of 90% of your body. If you can imagine, this has meant a few ill-advised experiences with various hair removal products. I know for a fact there is a 4'7" Asian lady in Beamsville going, what the fuck? I mean, picture it. You have come to this country, you have opened up a spa, right? You're expecting to do the odd little crotch, couple underarms, you know, whatever it takes, right? And then fucking old Gorilla Monsoon walks in, right? She does nails, she does waxing, and he goes in, I want you, holy cow, you too big! We can't do you! She's got to do it, right? So she's out there, she's got the roller on, right? I go wax you, you're not gonna like this. You won't like it. Right? She lays down, she's got nothing, right? She's got these little strips on it, she goes to the doormat, right? She steps on his butt and she goes, oh! We good, we got it, right? You know, come back, we got it. Right? Honest to God, that has got to be an experience, right? She says, holy cow, poor Reddy. Rook's had her traditional tools and knows immediately she is not going to be able to pull this off. So Gaga, holy shit, you bigger boy. You know, come back, right? This job is now left to Victoria and her 5-gallon pail and neat in an industrial size roller. And by the way, I love what you've done with your hair today. How did you get it to grow out your ears? Like really, we're not really sure if you're bald or if your shoulders are blowing a bubble. You know, Asian people look at this guy and immediately they pray to God he doesn't go to the all-you-can-eat buffet. I know firsthand experience. Terry, we've been there, right? Like, his picture hangs in a Mandarin with, "You no come back." Right? That has actually happened. I mean, they have he carved a path in carpet, like from the table we were at to the buffet table he was going to. You know what? He shows up at the door and it's like a wave of panic. "Oh, he back. Oh, big boy. You bigger boy. You back." You know, and he's never taken this strong, sturdy nature of his lightly. He's either feeding the beast or on some goddamn diet. I'll tell you, this guy, he frickin' diets like the best of them. I mean, there's been Weight Watchers. There's been Atkins. There has been Herbal Magic. There's been Jenny Craig. You name it, you've tried it. The one he's on now is his favorite, vodka soda cran. Right? He's finally figured out how to diet like a real thin blonde model. Right? He's lost over 500 pounds. That's 50 pounds each time on 10 different diets. He's lost 500 pounds. Right? But I do like the one he's on now because, oh boy, he gets a snout full of vodka and I guarantee you will be on the train ride of your life. And I've been on that train a number of times. Don't worry, that train's gonna stay in the station, boys. That's all you like wondering, right? And he finds time to go to the Y, right? A few times a week. And he spins, which basically means that he throws away a pair of underwear every day. Right? Can you imagine that ass being on a small bike saddle, right? Oh, look at that, those are gone, right? And the latest I heard, you guys are gonna love this, he does yoga. On Wednesday nights is date night. And he wouldn't let us have that, right? He was like, no, I can't do that. We do yoga on Wednesday nights. And he goes to yoga. Like, can you imagine this guy bent down doing a downward dog, his ass in the air, and Tuesday is pizza and wing night. Right? There's a person behind him going, please do not let this man explode. Right? Oh, and you know what? You go back and you know him and Tiff, and everybody's met Tiff. Right? Where is she? Where's Tiff? Right there, she is back there with the glasses on, not wanting to be not having any wanting to be part of this whole event. And you tell her, right? You know, when you guys started dating, I think it was grade 7 or 8, right? At first, I mean, do you remember? I don't remember you actually having to sit in the front row because I think your eyesight was better than what you ended up with here. I mean, it was a match that no one would expect. I mean, Meatball and Tiffany. Think about that. Meatball and Tiffany, right? What a life they have shared. I mean, their first day was at Merrittville Speedway. It was. Like, can you imagine her all covered in mud and dust? And you know what? I wonder if this was the life that she expected, right? So she ended up with this guy right here. Anyways, dating Tiffany was good for Gally. And Gal, you want to listen to this because I'll tell you, it led to his first job. And at your gas station, it really did. And you know what? He got pretty good as a pump attendant. And I think you could argue that he was your number one pumper, but in reality, he was pumping number one. Oh boy. You know, and everybody knows, right? Tiffany's the only child, right? That's where that guy, he's pumping number one. Just in case you guys were following the band. You guys from Port Colborne, right? Without the pictures. Anyway, so Tiffany learned early on that she could negotiate, and what we say is trick Gally into anything. I mean, he was out to negotiate things that he wanted to do with things he needed to do. And Tiffany was the master negotiator. I mean, she would dangle a little bit of sex in front of this guy's face, be it McDonald's drive-thru, kitchen counter, or the couch at Gail's. Anyways, the rumor has it that Swerties used to pump out the septic tank there, and they thought you actually were running a balloon factory. This is the part where we apologize. I'm sorry. I was told it's all good. All right. Oh, she had him wrapped around his finger, Gail. I'm telling you, she could convince him to do anything. I mean, at first, the girls would find a way to dress them like a cartoon character, right? A lot of you were at their wedding. Remember, we all looked like Uncle Pennybags from Monopoly, right? You guys were there. I mean, top hats, tucks, tails, fancy collared shirt make it look like a neck, right? With the false neck on the damn things, right? And, she would convince a bunch of us to actually join in on this fun. We looked like a bunch of pot-belly stoves. Oh, Gally, I think recently you guys actually were in Spain. The girls had you dressed up like a conquistador, right? Convinced you to run with the bulls. I made that part up. But, you look like actually a gay character from Mario Kart. World traveler you are, Gally. The girls have opened up this new world to you with exciting things. Usually involves dressing you up like a play toy, turning you around some foreign country, dressed like a local, but you will absolutely do that every time if you think you are going to see some titty. Because you are a simple man, right? All you have to do is give this man the prospect of seeing some titty and he is in, right? And he'll gamble some of those chips, right? Say like and sometimes he gets lucky. There's a few kids in Beamsville right now who came across the lights out at the Galley residence a little earlier than usual this Halloween. He had the under 60, I believe, and now there's a broken stool in the garage because 49, he thought that it would be cool to soil a countertop. Yeah, he tells us everything, Tiff. You said I could do. All right, laugh. Let's hear. Make it a little easier for Tiff, please. All right, you know what, though Gally turning 50 does suck, and you have been preparing this for a while. You now have equipment attached to you to keep you alive, like breathe. Right? When you travel with him today, he comes complete with an inflator. After you hook him up with his apnea hose, he looks like a half-inflated bouncy castle. Right? Tiff, it's safe to say that you're what, 48? I would say you have titties like a 25-year-old, and now you got a 50-year-old ass. Well, and it's not overly difficult to know what he is thinking. If that tongue is out and he's got the half bite put on it, he's either measuring or cutting something. Imagine if he could breathe out his ears with a tongue like that, mounted into a head like that. Oh, I'll tell you what, and you are fortunate if you get him as a friend. One thing you know for sure is if he can borrow it, use it, or break it, Curtis, where's your trail? He is going to borrow it, right? And you will be lending it. And man, he is tough on equipment. He's the only guy I know who can drive or push something past the point of being broken all the way around to being fixed again, right? And he's even has his own currency now to deal with all this stuff. It's called Duggar dollars, right? He is a Duggar dollar millionaire. And that Duggar dollar is currency that's only accepted in a few specific countries and a few specific services, but we have the select locations that it's accepted. So Gally, we come closing to the end now, and I've got a few pieces of advice for you. So getting to the age of 50 does come with some responsibilities, and I have made a list. A, you have to fix what you break. That includes stools, countertops, and bed frames. All right? Oh, and I've got the handwritten list on the back that we're going to get to in a bit. We got B, when you see a nice looking girl and you say, I really like to look at that ass, and she turns around, she's only 25, it's creepy. And we'd all like to see things from your point of view, but we can't seem to get our heads that far up your ass. The Food Channel is not porn. Get your hands out of your pants, and you don't always have to finish the bottle. All right? And lastly, a crystal ball. Wouldn't it be fun to end all this and be able to look into a crystal ball? And I've got the crystal ball. And I wrote it down here, and I said, if you guys want a glimpse into what Gugga and Gally and Uncle Meatball and Uncle Meatstick, and you guys know all his nicknames, is going to look like in about 25 years, I'm going to ask Joe Cord to stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, that is... So this is where this goes away. And this is where I gotta say, This man has been a part of my life for all of my life, and I love him to death. I bust his balls, but I'll tell you what, I don't love any other person, maybe other than my wife, my kids. There's probably 4 or 5 other people I like better than him. Might even be 9 or 10. Tom, you give me a PO for a safe system, I'm gonna like you even better. But in any case, you know what? Guys, we're all here together to celebrate this man's life. He is a friend. He is a pal. There's 150, maybe 120 of you here. Whatever. I mean, you know what? This is a testament to the kind of life that he lives and to the type of legacy he has. Everybody, stand up. Let's give this man a cheer.